All right, so today we're talking about percent of change. And percent of change is when we're trying to find exactly that. What is the percentage of change that's taking place? So sometimes the percent of change is an increase because you have an old amount and you're moving to a new amount that's higher than your old amount. And sometimes the percent of change is a decrease where your new amount was higher but your old amount was higher, but your new amount is lower, like if something is on sale. So then you would be finding the change. So let's look at the formula for that. It's change over original amount equals the rate of change, which is usually what we're trying to find, so that might be our x, over 100. So that's going to be the proportion that we use to help us find the percent of change. And then, like I said, there's two types of percent of change. There's a percent of increase and a percent of decrease. So percent of increase means my new number is bigger. Increase means bigger. And then my percent of decrease would mean what? Anybody? What would percent of decrease mean?
Oh, lower.
Good. The new number is smaller or lower. Yes. All of the above. Good. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is look at the example. And it says the original amount is 25 and the new amount is 28. So I'm going to use this formula up here to help find out what the rate of change is, or what the percent of change is. You'll hear both of those terms used, and they both mean the same thing. So, to find my first thing, which is the change, I have to subtract these two numbers. So the first thing I'm going to do is just subtract those two numbers. 28 minus 25 equals how much? 3. So the top number in my equation on that side is going to be 3. And then I put 3 over the original amount. What is the original amount? 25. So 25 is going to go on the bottom. And then I don't know the next thing. This is what I'm trying to find. So I'm going to use just x for that. Because they're asking me to find the percent of change. And then always, always, always 100 goes on the bottom. Okay? Now, since we just had that awesome section on solving proportions, how do you think we're going to solve this equation? Yes, so let's cross multiply. What is 3 times 100? 300. And what is 25 times x? 25x. So what do I do now to get x alone? Yep. So we're going to divide both sides by whatever's next to x, which in this case is 25. And how much is it? 12. I'm going to have to write that over here because I ran out of room. So if we do 300 divided by 25, we get 12. So the percent of change for this problem is 12. But let's look at the original and new numbers again. Let's look back over here.
Miss McKnight,
Yes.
the computer's gonna die.
So the other thing that you're going to have to tell when you do one of these problems is, was it a percent of increase or a percent of decrease? So if the new number is larger, it is an increase, right? If the new number is smaller, it's a decrease. So what is this one? It's an increase.
Not a decrease, it's smaller.
The new number is larger.
Oh.
See? The old number, the original was 25. Now we got 28. 28's bigger, so it's going to be an increase. I forgot.
Coming back Monday, me and Gianna both.
Okay, I forgot to record. So we're doing number 4 from the book. And the original is 72, and the new is 36. So we're just plugging all this information into our formula. We got this top number by finding the difference of our two numbers, the original minus the new, and then we put it over the original amount equals x over 100. Okay, so now we're just solving. So what do I divide by? Good.
72.
Was that Tommaso? Good job, Tommaso. All right, what's 3,600? 3,600 divided by 72 is 50. So my percent of change is 50%, and we said in the beginning it's a decrease. Great job. So that will be my answer for number 4. I keep forgetting to record. I'm so sorry. So what we did, again, to find this top number is we found the difference between our original and our new, and we got 5. We put it over the original amount, and then it equaled x over 100. So we cross-multiplied, and we got 500 equals 45x. Now we're dividing both sides by 45. And Tommaso said, was it Tommaso?
Yeah.
11.1?
No, the little one.
Repeating. So 11.1% is our percent of change, and it was an increase. Here we go. So I have some software that's $39.50, and the tax on this software is 6.5%. I want to know, how much am I actually going to pay for this? Because I'm not just paying $39.50. I got to add the tax onto that. So what we need to do first is move the decimal point on the tax 2 places to the left. So we're always going to move the decimal point 2 places to the left. All right, move decimal, and I forgot. Oh no, I did record this time. Yay. Okay, so the decimal's going 2 places to the left. So I'm taking this decimal and I'm moving it 1, 2 spots. And I'm going to put a 0 in front. And I'm going to bring that number down so it doesn't look so messy. All right, so all I did was move that decimal 2 places to the left. Now I am going to put a 1 in front of it. This is going to save us a step. And I'm going to take my original price, $39.50, and I'm going to multiply it by that new number that I found, moving the decimal point 2 places to the left and putting a 1 in front. So we're going to do this on our calculator because it's going to be a lot easier. So $39.50 times 1.065. Now that's the new cost, or the total cost that I'm going to pay for this software with the 6.5% sales tax. But this does not look like an amount that I would see when I'm using money, right? So I have to cut that decimal off 2 places after the decimal point. Does anybody know what my price will be? Okay, try again. $42 is right, but I need to figure out the change. How much? You're getting much warmer. They said $42.06.
$42.03.
How many cents, Rayleigh?
3.
What?
Nope.
7. 5. 11.
Okay, 7. It's going to be $42.07 because this 7 right here is going to make this 6 round up to the next number. So $42.07 is going to be my total price that I'm going to pay. All right, we're going to do one more of these. Okay, so here we go with our next example. We are going to first move the decimal point 2 places to the left. So 1, 2. I'm going to write that number down here so it looks neater with the new decimal. And then I'm going to put a what in front?
1.
1. Good remembering. Now I'm going to multiply the price of the CD by that amount. So let's do that. $15.99, that's not right. $15.99 times 1.0575. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Equals. Okay, again, this is money, so I have to round after the second decimal. I see a 9 here. That's going to make that 0 round up to a 1. So it's going to be $16.91. And that's how much it will cost with the tax. Okay, for discount, this is our last section that we need to know how to do. That means that we're buying something that's on sale. So in this case, it's jeans, but it could be a washing machine, it could be a TV, it could be a car, whatever it is. You take the price of that item, $45, and we're going to multiply it by something to figure out how much it's going to cost when we take that 25% off. So what we're going to do, because this is the discount, this is how much I'm taking off the price. So if I multiply it by the discount, then I'm going to get another price that I have to subtract from the original price, and that's a lot of work. I don't want to do all that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find out how much will I pay for this item. If it's 25% off, I'm going to pay 100 minus that percent. So what is 100 minus 25? 75. So I'm actually going to pay 75% of the cost of these jeans since they're on sale for 25% off. So again, I'm going to move my decimal place 2 places. So I get this new number of 0.75, and that's what I'm going to multiply by the $45 jeans. So 45 times 0.75, $33.75.
Okay, that's a lot better for the price of jeans.
That's better, especially if they last, right? Okay, so for discount, you're going to subtract the discount from 100. It's going to give you this new number. Move the decimal 2 places to the left, and then multiply by your original price. And this is how much we will pay for our jeans. And that's all we have time for today. So email me if you have any questions.